more music.
Oh my God.
Here goes.
Blazing across the airwaves right now.
Get ready.
Now this is Freddie McGregor, and you're tuned in to the baddest rhythm of all time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse is trying to change the world, one track at a time.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are. More music, more of the time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Don't understand what's going on here.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and tonight we are live. It's another episode in our series where we look at our top 5 tracks of the years that have gone by. Tonight we are in 2002. Each panelist has 5 tracks and probably some honorables. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's keep this interactive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Let's do it.
Piling on the power chords and pure pandemonium. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Oh boy, kids, we are live, and guess what I did? I overbooked this show, and we've got Ivonne and Uncle Meat down below. They're on the farm league, right? Farm team right now.
They're in the green room.
In the green room, they will be on though. So we're going to start out with Johnny Metal, and then we're going to go to Paul. First of all, I am a big F up. But I couldn't keep track who's coming on. See, you get freaking John the Music Nut coming on, and I freak out. He's not doing it, so it freaks me out. And look what I've done. I've created a monster. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Johnny Metal, freshly shaven Cretton.
Oh.
Yeah, Eric, we got Paul, we've got DC, we've got BM Bolt looking bored as ever, and Webb, and the Elder of Rock and Alexploitation.
Yeah.
As he likes to be called. I wonder if I could put the names up. Yeah, sure. Hey, there we go. I never do that. But anybody
you can't tell the players without a scorecard.
Well, it's going to get complicated. So anyway, we're going to go Johnny Metal and then Paul, and then they have graciously decided that they can do their picks, and then we'll let in Uncle Meat and Ivonne. So I really apologize, and I thank these gentlemen. I won't book so many people next month.
Yeah, we all want to do it. We all know it.
Well, that's fine then. If we can fit everybody in, I don't care. Problem is, StreamYard only can take 10 people at a time. And then others, at least on my account, I can have up to 15. I can have them up to 15, but they have to hang out in the green room until I bring them on or swap people out. But that's how people usually do it. So, we could bump it up, but it would cost me an arm and a leg. I'm not doing that. All right. Let's see who's in the chat, first of all.
Kyle, this panel looks like an FBI most wanted list.
That's not going to work.
There's been some laws broken around here. Some laws broken.
I can't. Stephen David, hey, real quick, I got your letter. I got your money order, and I thank you for Teddy's dog toy. I got a picture of Teddy that I'm going to send to you.
Is it autographed?
No.
Or no?
But I should put it up here. Maybe I can put it up here. Anyway, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. I will be in touch. Anyway. Who else is here? Everybody that's making comments are already here.
Tyler?
Nice to see you. Where's Tyler at?
Tyler's around. Mr. Ken?
Oh, Ken's always here. Tyler, nice to see you. Cretton's here. Oh, yeah, sure he is. And then
Marlon.
Marlon. Wait a minute. Where?
Marlon.
Marlon, where in the hell have you been?
If you think you hated our 2.5-hour shows, stay tuned for this 6-hour extravaganza.
Marlon, you are aware that Gary Joyce passed away, right? I don't know where you've been, but there's been a lot happening. Annie T passed away too, Marlon. Are you aware of that? Holy jeez. It's hard. Marlon used to come here all the time, then he doesn't show up, and then I have to update him when he comes by.
I know. We missed them.
We love Marlon. All right, kids, I'll get to everybody. I appreciate everybody coming. Let's get started. Johnny Metal, what are your 5 picks? And then we'll get Paul's 5 picks.
All right. So my 5 picks. These will be up maybe Ken White's alley. Maybe when Christian Haynes comes on here, they might recognize some of these bands. So this first one here, this is a band out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They were just a one and done band, and came out in 2002. Band's called Still Breathing. They were like a very kind of hardcore Christian metal, kind of like Flyleaf has the female lead singer, but a lot more growl and a lot more scream. This song called One Kiss. This song is basically about Jesus and what he did on the cross for us all. And when Daisy screams this thing, you think she was literally screaming from the bowels of hell, because that's pretty much how we feel a lot. And this song is just an amazingly heavy track. Got to see this band live once, and they did this song, and it was really amazing. They were really cool folks to talk to after the show. My next one, this band kind of has a bit of a POD-like vibe, a little bit of groove, a little bit of all kinds of other things mixed into it. There's a band called Pillar, and this song's called Fireproof. I'll tell you what, when I was looking for songs and this one came up, I realized this song came on. I was like, wow, I forgot how much I loved this song. I love this album. I haven't listened to it in a long time. This song is a kind of a little play on the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego story, going into the flames and not coming out unscathed. But what a powerful song! I just wish I could say I was fireproof in my life, but I'm not. My next song, this is kind of a little bit of a mix of kind of a Creed sound with a little bit of maybe a little bit of rap and a little bit of all kinds of different things. This band was out of Portland, Oregon, and these guys called Cutlass with a song called Your Touch. That first track, it was a great track. Again, it was kind of another one where, we as men or as human beings, we stray, and it's what God calls us back to, and that's kind of how I feel and how I have felt for quite some time. So it's been nice to come back to that. And this song just again rocked my world in 2001, and I still love this track to this day. Still love this album. This is a really good album to listen to. And then my next song, when I told these picks to my wrestling buddy, we were going up to a local wrestling event, and I was telling him about my picks, and because they like the same kind of music too. She looked at me and she was like, "You're bipolar," because I go from this heavy metal Cutlass and Pillar, and I go to Mercy Me with a song called Word of God Speak. This is maybe kind of a follow-up to maybe I Can Only Imagine from 2001. But I don't know. This song is just a very tender piano and strings ballad. Thank you, Ken. I certainly tried to do that. At least this time I felt like 2002 was all I was listening to. But yeah, Word of God Speak by Mercy Me, very tender song, one that has been known to bring tears to my eyes, and still does, actually, when I listen to this. It's a very emotional song for me. And my last song, and then I will exit stage left. This song, this person has put out oodles and oodles of albums. This album would be the last one he would bring before he would pass away. From Volume 4, The Man Comes Around, Johnny Cash with his version of Hurt. I'm sorry.
Great song.
I love this. Yeah. I absolutely love what he does with this song. And even Trent Reznor can say, no, that's Johnny's song. I can't even lay claim to this anymore. That you could tell what kind of how powerful that was. I think it's a great track. I think Johnny did a wonderful version with it. And yeah, very, very, very strong album. And it's one of my favorites. It is absolutely my favorite from 2002. With that, folks, I hope you all have a great rest of the show. Y'all take care.
Johnny Metal is the man. If you've not checked out Johnny Metal's channel, please do so. Please like, subscribe. Give Johnny, Mr. Metal, I call him, some love. Johnny Metal, give us your channel again so people can check it out.
My Music Corner, folks. Go check out My Music Corner. I did an interview with Mark Zonder of formerly of Fates Warning and currently of Warlord and A to Z. And hopefully you can line something up in June or July with someone else. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. But now, exit stage left. Peace out.
See you. Thank you again.
Bye. See you, Johnny.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to brace you because we're going to bring on Ivonne. Now, Yvonne's from Norway, and we're bringing him on. Just saying. So get ready. Yvonne, I kind of like this. Oh, there he is. There he is with the light show.
You never know how things are going to.
Well, that's a big graphic. It's covering up Alex's head. Well, goodness.
That was a nice entrance, Ivonne.
It was fantastic. All right. Wow, it's weird to have it with no graphic. Okay. Thank you, Yvonne. Nice to see you. Sorry I had to put you in the green room, but, it's show business. We let all the important people come on late. No, we don't. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Simon is here, and I don't believe this is his first. You haven't been on this show, have you, Paul? In fact, I haven't had Paul on for a while, but we're going to have Paul back on as long as he's available. Anyway, Paul, take it away. Give us your 5, and you look a lot thinner since I last saw you.
About 90 pounds, give or take.
Holy crap!
Oh, hats off to you, sir.
My goodness. Look at you, look at you, all svelte and hot. You're kind of hot, Paul.
Entertained.
I'm getting kind of worked up. I'm not gay. I'm just saying. But
wrong.
Phew. All right. Anyway, Paul, take it away. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me. And I'll be handling the commercial side of this because in 2002, I was starting a family. So I was falling out of music and concerts. So you've heard of a lot of these bands, but I'm asking you to give some of these songs a shot, especially if you don't like these bands for being as commercial as they are.
Okay.
So, my first one, because I've watched a couple of the past episodes, I'm like, I haven't heard of most of these, and everybody's heard of, but may not like these bands. So bear with me. Right. First one I picked was Times Like These from the Foo Fighters off their 4th album, One by One. Band was close to breaking up at that point. They recorded 10 songs, but didn't like them, basically. It was produced originally by Adam Casper and engineer Nick Raskulinecz, otherwise known as Booge. And you Rush fans, you may excellent.
Look at Webb, man, with the always ready.
So Booge comes in, and the band hangs out with Queens of the Stone Age, and they suddenly get a new life behind the music, and they go, okay, we are going to do this.
No, we're firing off the fog. Go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. Times Like These was Dave Grohl was quoted as saying, I didn't feel like I was entirely myself during the 3-month hiatus, so this was their New Day Rising. That lyric went in, and it was actually borrowed from Husker Du off their album. So this song went everywhere and got a second life as a huge live track for them, and a third life, for that matter, as an acoustic track. That acoustic version is unbelievable from Jericho, in case you didn't know where to catch it, but you can find it on YouTube. Highly, highly recommend it. Easily my favorite Foo Fighters song. So, and I was never a big Nirvana guy, so if you don't hold that against Dave Grohl, don't hold Dave Grohl against Dave Grohl. Excellent album and excellent song. That being said, speaking of not holding things against people, 2002 was a little lean with some of my favorite bands, some of the bigger bands, but this album I cannot endorse, but this song I wholeheartedly endorse. Def Leppard released X in 2002, and it is their least selling album of all time up to date. It's a lot more poppy, but this song is not. So this is a very dark song, and it's a song about loss. Some people think it's about Steve Clark. I imagine it could be interpreted that way, much like Blood Runs Cold off Slang was. But this peaked at number 11 on the Billboard 200, 14 on the UK albums chart, 12 in Canada. They never played Scar live, but a lot of fans want to hear it. It kicks some serious butts. So do check that out. It was also, as far as co-writers on this album, this was co-written, the entire band plus Pete Woodruff. So another reason to give it a check out. And make sure I get my notes down here. Number 3, if I was losing you with the other 2, I've lost some of you with this one. I'm going with, from the album of Rush of Blood to the Head, the second album from Coldplay, Clocks was everywhere in 2002. So a live version, I do want that. Oh, excellent. Good. I don't feel anywhere near the mutant I thought I was going to be.
Well, I'm looking at Webb in a different way, but I always have.
I like one song by him.
And that's I am not and no offense to the Coldplay fans out there, I am not a Coldplay fan. I do love this song specifically. I think it's a brilliantly written song. The whole idea, the theme of urgency and time, wonderfully done. Alternative rock, psychedelic type feel to it. The repeating piano melody to it. Not going to go into any more than you guys can already imagine because we are pressed for time. But
we're just pressed for spots, not time. I will say this: everybody in the chat though is giving some cold people. Yeah, we're getting some Coldplay love, so don't worry about it. It's all good here. I'll mock you later, Paul, but right now during the show, I'll be nice.
Funny material and laughter will be dubbed in later.
Right.
But yeah, so. But I will recommend the 20th anniversary of Jimmy Kimmel's show. They did a version of this that is amazing. I don't want to spoil how they do it, but they do a great version of it. Check that out. Another band that I'm not incredibly wild about, but I love this song. I like their older stuff. Goo Goo Dolls in 2002 came out with their 7th album, Gutter Flower. Song is Here Is Gone. This was basically the last Goo Goo Dolls song I remember really, really loving. Another song about loss. Like most of the bands I'm representing here were either on hiatus until 02 or almost broke up in 02. I don't know what the problem was. But funny fact about this music video was the video cost more to make than the entire album cost to produce. Some fun fact there. But it's typical Goo Goo Dolls at this era, which is electric and acoustic guitar, some weird tunings, some open string tunings. But it's just another good song about confusion, cynical track about relationships gone bad, that kind of thing. But it is a great, great song. And then, what a shock, 2002.
Oh, no.
Got to represent, after being on a 5-year hiatus because of losses from the band, obviously Neil Peart lost his daughter and his wife. The band came back with Vapor Trails, and I picked One Little Victory. While it is not my favorite Rush song off this album, I do think it is the song that best sums up this album and this return to the stage. I saw this tour twice. The crowds lost their absolute minds, not only when they took the stage, but they opened the second set with this song. This is the song where Neil, they even wrote it with Here's the Return. So opens with the double bass. Watch it on YouTube if you weren't there, you didn't see it, but just a hell of a comeback. I do want to throw in some quick honorable mentions just to make people's eyes burn out of their sockets. Bright Lights from Matchbox 20 was this year. Love that song. Don't Take Your Love Away from Vast came out. Visual Audio Sensory Theater, kind of in Chicago, we would call it an XRT song. But just a good kind of new wave, almost alternative feel to it. And Lose Yourself from Eminem won the Oscar this year. And I'm a fan of the man. I'm not a fan of the music, but you cannot deny this song is amazing. So that is me for 2002. And go Wolves, my new coaching gig. And
new coaching gig. Oh, we should call him Coach.
Hey,
okay, Coach.
Put me in, Coach.
Look at that. Nice and svelte and coaching, and look at him.
All that good stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you, Paul. I guess we can bring in meat.
Aloha, gang.
See everybody. Thanks for doing that.
My pleasure. If I can find this.
This rotating cast, I kind of like it. Maybe we should start doing these shows with 1-2 people on the screen at once, and we just rotate people in, and people never know who's coming on.
It'd be like the old Tonight Show when they bring on an actor or whatever. He said, "I'm recording across the city, but I can only stay for 5 minutes."
Maybe that's what we're going to start doing. Maybe I'm going to change the whole way we do this
Paradigm.
show.
It's the incomparable Uncle Meat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member here tonight. We have Uncle Meat. He's been on here before, but he is here tonight. He was in the green room, a special guest. Thank you, Uncle Meat, for coming on. Anyway, we're going to keep this going. So now that I always screw this up, and Ivonne is up late at night. So we're going to take Ivonne next to get him going. Now, since we're here, what's everybody think? We want to just do like
3 and 2.
3 and 2?
Or that 5 worked out okay with our first 2 guests. That doesn't matter to me.
Well, we can just do 5, but then you're done. You can leave.
We'll let Ivonne make the decision.
Ivonne,
if
what do
he
you wanna
feels like
do?
hanging for the whole show, when we run through 3 and 2, we could do that. But if he wants to present 5,
I want to hear your picks.
Okay.
Also.
All right. Well, let's do like 3 and 2, and we'll go around. So we're going to go. This is going to be weird, but I'm going to go Ivonne, Uncle Meat. I'm going to go backwards, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Ivonne, Uncle Meat, BM Bolt, Webb, Elder, Alex, DC, Eric, Cretton, and myself, and then we'll do it that way. So no one move. All right, Ivonne, you are up, my friend.
Yes, and you hear me also, so that's okay.
We don't have many lights behind you, though, flashing. What's going on with you?
Oh, it's on the other side of the
Okay.
room. I got to reorganize a little bit. So
Okay.
I send you a long list, Grant, and I missed. I do a wrong pick number 5, so that's out, and a new one.
Well, actually, when I put this together, you had so many picks that you might have more than one on here. But just go ahead, and we'll just go ahead.
My number 5 pick is a group called The Coral, and a song called "Dreaming of You."
Gee, I gotta find you. Oh my lord!
You can find it. This is a UK indie a pop psych band, and this was the debut album from this year. And it's a 5-piece band, and they were number 5 on the UK chart. And this song here, it was also in the sitcom The Scrubs, so what's on TV. And the album was released in October in 2002. And this "Dreaming of You" is a very nice pop psych song. And I also find out that Billy Ride Jones, he was the lead man in this group, and he made a very good album in 2024. So and I have that on vinyl, but I didn't find it before the show. So this song is very catchy and nice pop song.
Hey, Ivonne, I have a question. Where are these guys from?
They're from UK.
Okay, and so you said it's psych pop.
Yeah, psych pop. I will call it psych pop, but it's pop, but a little rock in it. But it's a slow ballad also, but it's very catchy.
All right,
cool. The whole album is very good.
Everything that this band has done, I love them. They are underappreciated in the States.
Oh, God. Here we go, spending money.
Fantastic band.
Yeah. So and this album is very good also. It's the well front. So
do they have how many? Do they have more than one album? Were they like a one and done band or what?
They've got like 10 albums.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I've never heard of them.
The lead vocal Billy Wright Jones, he have also made a lot of solo albums, and this album from 2024, I think it was Let She Die. It's Good Health in Welsh.
Mm-hmm.
He come from UK Welsh area, so but it's a good album and a good song. So,
Kathy says you have a cool accent, Ivonne.
Yeah,
the chicks dig it.
I've heard that before when I was in America. I've been a lot of times in America, so I have some friends in New Orleans. So
all right, The Coral. All right, what you got next?
And my number 4 pick is a group called Lamb Chop, and Lamb Chop, the song called "The Daily Growl." And Kurt Wagner is a person a lot of people know about. He's the brain and the man behind this group. And this song here is fantastic. It's a slow song. This is alt rock, folk rock, but country rock. But Lamb Chop made a lot of good album. They are from Tennessee, Nashville, and this album was released in February 2002. And I also know that in 2010 they tour in Europe, and they performed the whole album. So sometimes artists do that. So this album here that called "Is a Woman" from the album. So they performed that album in the European tour in 2010. So Lamb Chop group and Kurt Wagner, and this song "The Daily Growl" is my number 4 pick from 2002.
All right.
So, and then you want one more?
I want one more, and then we'll go around and you'll do your last
then
two.
I can show a vinyl. This is Norah Jones, and this is a very good release of
Very nice.
Norah Jones. This is 45 RPM, so it's a hi-fi version of Norah Jones' album. And the album, of course, is Come Away With Me, and the song I picked is Don't Know Why. It's one of the singles from this album. It's released on Blue Note. It's a jazz label, and this lady here, she is the daughter of Ravi Shankar. Ravi Shankar is an Indian sitar player. So I have a lot of albums from her, and she also made a very, very nice Christmas album some years ago. So I recommend that. This is vocal jazz music. I know a lot of people know about this, but it's a very good pressing, and it's a feel-good music. So if I have my lady friend on home here, I always play this when you're gonna relax and have some nice dinner, and I recommend it also for audiophiles people.
You don't put on the Carpenters or Brad for your lady friend?
Maybe Brad, but that's later, maybe.
Ooh, baby.
You
must have read DC's book.
Work up to bread.
From the bread.
Was that your technique, DC? You worked it when it was bread time.
Yeah, just don't jump in there. You got to work up to bread time.
You got to knead the bread.
Simmer down, everybody.
Simmer down, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, B.M. Bolt is part of this panel, and he just said, someone gave me some Norah Jones CDs. Not really my bag, but the missus don't mind.
Yeah, so it's feel slow, nice music, but it's relaxing music. I know a lot of these people on the panel are rock and roll guys, but you need to relax sometimes also.
Ivonne, that's a great pick. That is a great song, and that was one of my runners-up. That's a great tune.
All right, cool. Excellent work, Ivonne. Let's throw it over to, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Meat with his haircut.
Yeah, it's not really a haircut. It's I'm usually wearing a hat, and I'm usually bearded like
I know. What is up with you and Cretton? Cretton shaved off all of his facial hair, and rumor has it he said he hadn't shaved for 6 weeks.
Well, facial hair for me is basically laziness.
Okay, all right. Well, you're honest.
Same.
You're honest. I like that in a person. All right.
Okay. I am a little under the weather, so I
don't
anything like that. You can't catch anything through the Wi-Fi or whatever.
No.
It's all fine. My number 5. Well, you gotta have a little stone rock in there.
Still kind of peaked.
Okay, I always gotta have a little stoner rock in there, and a British band who is now defunct. I was lucky to see this band in one of their very rare stops in North America. The band is called Orange Goblin, and their 4th studio album, A Coup de Grace, has a song called Jesus Beater, which is one of 2 tracks on the album that features Caius vocalist John Garcia on vocals. I love the song. I like the groove of it. That cover is just something else. I highly recommend the Orange Goblin. A lot of people have not really had a chance to hear it, but hey, it's in the Warehouse. I'm sure it's all about discovering new stuff.
It is.
You get the broad spectrum here in the Warehouse. You get the song Jesus Beater and Johnny Metal with the Christian rock bit. So.
I'm glad Johnny Metal's not on here for this because he would be upset.
That's a very good point. Now,
so good. That was good timing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, number 4. Now, when 9/11 happened, I'm sure there were a lot of metalheads like me who went and got angry and went nothing but metal. Well, that wasn't me. I almost swore off metal at that point and kind of went on a very long, soft jazz run where that's all I wanted to listen to was soft jazz, etc. And I think me and Ivonne,
yes,
may have been smoking the same weed in the lobby. Because,
I think you guys were sharing notes together.
It's quite possible because my number 4 is Ravi Shankar's daughter.
Oh,
Nora Jones. That song "Don't Know Why" is gorgeous, like she is. It's actually a cover song. It was written by a guy named Jesse Harris and the Fernandos, who actually played on the track. And in 2003, this Uncle Meat doesn't usually ride with the Grammys, but that year it was Song of the Year, Record of the Year, and Female Performance. Very smooth piano jazz in it. A line like "My heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be by my side forever." It's just hard not to relate to a lot of of this song, especially. I actually remember at one time I listened to this song many times in a row, right, in a sad moment. So there we go with the second Nora Jones track. It's awesome. My number 3 has been mentioned already. Not the song, but the album. Obviously, being a Canadian, it's a must to be a Rush fan. In 2002, Rush had taken their longest break and came back with Vaportorials. I'm going to pick a song called "Peaceable Kingdom," which is kind of a groovy little, almost like a grunge track. The one thing about this album, this is the first album since Caress of Steel, the only album since Caress of Steel that has no keyboards or synthesizers whatsoever on it. I like the album, don't love the album, but I really have loved this track. I myself saw this tour twice as well. Can't say much more about it. Yeah, those are my first 3.
I would. Fantastic, excellent work. All right, thank you, Uncle Meat. Let's turn it over to BM Bolt. BM Bolt, you are up, my friend.
Whoa. Got me off guard here.
Well, we went through the lineup, but you were probably not paying attention.
No, DC hasn't gone. I was waiting for DC to go.
We're going Ivonne, Uncle Meat, Byron, Webb, Elmer, Alex, that way. Plus, I know you kind of nod off at your age, so I wanted to keep you engaged.
Yeah, I was doing some research, actually.
All right.
So,
God, there are so many people in the chat. Jesus.
I don't think this has been mentioned yet, but I know it will be mentioned, at least this album. But, I probably could have picked 5 songs off of this album, to be honest with you. But I only picked 1. I'm going to go with the first track off of the first Audio Slave album. I'm going to go Cochise. It's just a heavy rocker.
Where are you?
But, Show Me How to Live, Like a Stone, Set It Off, I Am the Highway. Those are all just incredible songs. I was kind of, by 2002, I was just like, the whole 90s. Any of the bands that I really dug in the 90s were kind of falling apart. And I was just like, God, is there going to be anything out there
not much
to get into, And then this came out, and I was like, yes, a good hard rock band putting out a good album finally. And so I like that album quite a bit. I know it'll get some more mention tonight. So we're doing 3 then, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my next pick, I'm going to go Jerry Cantrell, the song Psychotic Break off of Degradation Trip. It brought back that really dark Alice in Chains sound, real just dirty, just kind of depressing, but I really dig that track quite a bit. And then, so my third pick, I'm going to go off the Hughes Turner Project, a song that was co-written by John Sykes called Heaven's Missing an Angel. The rumor at the time was that Sykes and Glenn were going to do an album together, but with Sykes, you just don't know what you. and it never really panned out. But we did get this one track, and it completely feels like a Sykes track. Yeah, Glenn's doing the lead vocals, but John comes in during the chorus, and it sounds like John singing the chorus, and he's got his trademark guitar tone and vibrato on it. So it's a pretty solid tune. So that's my 3.
All right. Fantastic work as always. All right, Webb, you are up, my friend.
Okay, well, 2002, it looks like it is full of some good songs. And my first one is a band that I don't really listen to a lot, but when they come on, I have some songs downloaded by them and things like that. I don't have a CD by them at all. But do you have it up there, Grant?
Oh, well, go ahead and say it and I'll bring it up.
Well, it's Interpol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say Hello to the Angels. And this is their debut album. And, this is hard to pin down band. They sound British, but they're American. They're from New York. This is a really bouncy song. I love the feel of the drummer. The singer, and I can't even think of his name at all. I don't know the names of the guys, but
we'll call him Chad.
Yeah, we'll call him Chad. And there's a lot of words. He sings a lot in these songs, but I just like the feel. I like the sound. I like the production. And there's 3 or 4 good songs on this album, and I only have one by them. I do have a CD from 2007 by them, and I listen to it occasionally. But anyway, this is a cool song, and it's really bouncy and it's fun. It's easy to listen to, and they rock. They're a good band. They're pretty tight. And yeah, that's my number 5.
All right. Number 4, you ready? Oh, sorry.
The album was mentioned earlier, and it's Coldplay, and it's God Put a Smile Upon Your Face. So we got a lot. We got Jesus, we got Jesus Beater, now we got God.
Full spectrum, folks. You ain't getting that anywhere else on the interwebs.
No.
This is the only Coldplay I have, and I like Clocks that was mentioned earlier, but I just love this song. I love the melody of it. That's kind of just the vibe he puts out. And, I thought it was maybe a knock on religion or anything, but I think it's just about like making decisions and knowing what's right and what's wrong. And one of the lyrics is really cool. And I wrote it down, and where do we go? Nobody knows. I've got to say I'm on my way down. Where do you draw the line? All that stuff. So it's just I just really like this song. I can listen to this song anytime, but I'm not a Coldplay fan. So there you go. But I love that song. So that's my number. And number 3 has been mentioned, and it is the Foo Fighters, and it's the lead-off track. And I was really into the Foo Fighters still. After this album, I kind of jumped off the train because everything kind of sounded the same. But being a drummer, Dave Grohl's a great drummer. He's a great drummer. I know that this is really the first album that Taylor was playing on, but I think Dave told him every single thing to play. That's always been debated. He didn't later, but he did for this album. And they had problems with this and redid it. But all my life just starts out, it just ups the energy. It makes you want to drive 100 miles an hour. It makes you want to go chug a beer. It's just Foo Fighters. It's at their best. And it's always been one of my favorite songs. I can listen to it anytime. And it's just catchy. It's Foos. So that's my number 3.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Webb.
Grant's Rock Warehouse does not endorse drinking and driving.
We do not.
Yes.
We endorse drinking, though, but not driving.
Yes.
Just not at the same time.
Not at the same time. All right. Cool. All right. Elder.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you. I think. Wait a minute. Let me find where you are. Where are you on here? Oh, so small. Go ahead and I'll catch up.
I'm gonna say everybody.
Oh, I found you. All right.
Yeah. All right. But anyway. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. My first one's going to be a band called Dead Sea. It's called The Key to Gramercy Park. This is a cool goth band. Probably, though, the most notable thing is that it's Cher's son, Elijah Blue, who's been in a lot of trouble recently. But I guess
what's the wait a minute, Elder? What's the band name?
Dead Sea, Deadsy.
Elder, I don't have that.
Dead Sea.
I've got 5 picks, but not Dead Sea.
Dead Z, whatever.
Dead Sea? I don't have that.
All right, but it's cool. But anyway, but that's cool. It's a cool guy.
We're working off 2 different lists.
Synth heavy. I like the sound on it. Sings sung with the D boys. I got the G2 Gramercy Park. You know, he's singing like that.
Oh, I've got it.
And also on the there it is, yeah. And also on this album, they do a cover of Tom Sawyer, like a goth version of Tom Sawyer. That's really pretty cool.
I've heard that, Elder. I've heard that.
Down to D, you know, it's like really low tune, but it sounds really cool. They did a good job with it. So that's my first one. My 5 and number 4 is going to be Dio, the song opening the album, Killing the Dragon. This was cool. I thought this was kind of a return to Dio sounding like his 80s self. You know, Doug Aldridge on this song and album, and just doing a really good a lot of lead playing, and it just reminded me of old Dio a lot. He's kind of stepped away from it his last few albums. One before this was Magica, which was like a concept album, and then he kind of before those albums with Angry Machines and what was before that? He was kind of experimenting with other stuff. So this was kind of him coming back, and I thought he did a really good job. And this is a really cool opening track. So then my number 3 is going to be Disturbed, Liberate, and this is the song and album that made me take notice of Disturbed, because the first album I kind of heard, but I kind of dismissed it as kind of new metal, and this album and this song just really you go, okay, maybe these guys are not like as new metal as I thought, and this is really good. Dave Draymond singing like really fast, liberate your mind, you know, liberate your mind, you know, he's really just singing really cool song, a lot of, you know, stops and starts, and so there you go. So, man, those are my first ones. So there you go.
All right. Excellent work as always. All right. Alexploitation. You're up.
Can I say that I can tell that Uncle Meat is under the weather, because his performance on the 2001 show was so much better.
Yeah, a little lackluster tonight, Meat.
Oh, do we really need this?
I can't disagree, Alex. You are a gem of the internet.
All right. So,
Uncle Meat did come up with a good T-shirt slogan, and the T-shirt should say, "Uncle Meat don't ride with the Grammys." Put it on a T-shirt.
I heard
like
that. That was a good one.
I kind of like that.
all right.
That's
so
kind of nice.
Continuing with Johnny Metal's Christian music theme, my first pick is going to be "Dirty" by Christina Aguilera. You guys laugh, but every time I see that video, I have a religious experience. So
I have a religious experience every time I see the album cover.
I'm glad I got my glasses on. I was
saying that I laughed
truck and go for something else.
I only laughed because of your Johnny Metal joke there. Just say that.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. Whoa.
Hey now.
Whoa.
This is R-rated.
Kathy, look away.
all right, so let's get serious now.
So, Maxim magazine thing she did.
I have 5 copies. Yeah, I have 5 copies.
Of course he does.
So this is Stripped, her 4th album. It did debut at number 2. It went 5 times platinum in the U.S. and 12 million copies sold worldwide. And this is where she brought in the ex-Tina persona and took creative control. Right before this, she was bubblegum pop. This broke down those walls. She took over the music. She took over the lyrics. This was the first single off the album, but it did not do that well. It only got to 48 on the Billboard 100. It was the first not to enter the top 20 in the States, but it did go number 1. And in case you are wondering, I just graduated Cretton University, so that is why I'm doing these stats. It did go number 1
so what?
In the UK.
Calm down.
In Nicaragua, in Ireland, and Croatia. Number 1 in all those places. So what I really liked about this was she incorporated Redman rapping on this, and that is the reason it works so well is he did this song basis was his, and she kind of did her version of it for this song. Powerful vocals. You know, I could have picked multiple songs off this because I'm serious when I say I do like her as a vocalist. I think she's incredible. This is the song though that really grabbed me off of the album, and not to, you know, shake things up with DC, but I will say back in the day when we were at the clubs, this guy lost his shit when this song came on. He was the first person on the dance floor. You could not get him to off. It was crazy.
Oh yeah. Hey, Alex, on this album, does she feature that tune Candyman? Because I like
that was not on this album. That's on the next.
Are you talking about the Candyman?
She does a tune called Candyman, and it's like a swing song.
Yeah.
Talk about getting on the dance floor. If you know the old moves, that's a great tune. Love that.
In the video, I mean, she looks like she's one of the Andrews sisters or something.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that tune.
I just have to ask you real quick because this is the only album that I would ever recognize because obviously the album cover is recognizable. Is she still doing anything anymore? I don't know. I'm asking for friends.
The last thing she did was, I think, an all Spanish language album. That was years ago. She has not put anything out. No.
Well,
not recently.
Huh,
touring and, you know, Vegas shows and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So, number 4 is somebody that never gets mentioned, and that is Dan Byrne, Bern. The song is Jail, and it's off of his 2002 EP. And so he is sort of part Dylan, part Bruce Springsteen, part Woody Guthrie, part Elvis Costello. He has 20-some albums out. He has 1,000 songs, and people don't know who he is. But he toured with The Who, with Roger Daltrey. He was featured, his music was in the Walk Hard, Dewey Cox movie that John C. Reilly starred in. So the song I'm talking about is, it very much has a Dylan feel. It's told in the first perspective. He's traveling from Colorado to Texas. He gets pulled over. They smell weed. He gets locked up, and then he states his case in front of the judge. And I love his lyrics. And in the song, he says, "Your Honor, think of Johnny Cash and Elvis and Hank Williams too. Whatever it took to go get those songs those good old boys would do. If it's illegal, then throw out Blonde on Blonde and every Beatles song since Hard Day's Night. Go ahead and burn Walt Whitman, unpaint Starry Night."
So what?
See? They didn't even mention Keith. He doesn't care.
So anyway, love this song. It was going to be on my list. And then we go to number 3, and Bruce Springsteen, The Rising, and the title track from that. So this is his 12th studio album, based on its reflections of 9/11. So this whole album, and especially this song, is very serious. It was his first #1 album since Tunnel of Love in '87. First time he worked with Brendan O'Brien as producer, which I think is fantastic. This was the first single off of this. It got to number 52 on the Billboard charts. Also won Best Rock Song and Best Male Rock Performance at the Grammys. It's a powerful statement. It's definitely a song that, you know, we were sort of all there when this was going on. It brings up emotions, as it should. I think it's one of his most powerful vocal performances. I love the guitar work in it. I just think it's a fantastic song off a really incredible album. So that's my first 3.
All right, cool. The Dan Byrne album cover is getting a lot of interest.
Yeah, well, that's why I did send you the other graphic to use, but
no, boy. If anybody knows how YouTube works, we want clicks, and this gets clicks.
And I will say,
the man does a fine caricature of Groucho.
It's very much anti. This is a Jewish American, so this is not promoting anything hateful at all.
I figured there was an irony to it somewhere.
Of course. But, you know. All right, kids. Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Exploitation. Let's run over to DC Tune Time, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, folks. Again, I had no problem coming up with 10 tunes, but here are my 5. And number 1 is a rarity for this time in my life, and it's a top 40 hit that I actually heard on the radio that I really liked. And it involves a classic rock artist. To top it off, it's Carlos Santana and Michelle Branch with Game of Love. Catchy, and there's great interplay between Carlos's guitar lines and Michelle's voice. And it may make you want to move in a samba-ish fashion. Number 2 is an artist who's appeared on my list before. It's Paul Weller with Going Places from the album Illumination. And this is breezy and memorable acoustic guitar-driven soul pop, which he is so good at. Number 3. This is from Queens of the Stone Age. It's No One Knows from Songs for the Deaf. I almost went with the humongously titled, I Think I Ain't Worth $1, but I Feel Like a Millionaire. But No One Knows wins the day or the year, as the case must be. And this is like a new style of music here. This is relaxed metal chugel. So I just invented a new form of music with this tune. So,
Kathy, I wouldn't kick you off the panel. You know that. If you wanted to come on here and talk about P. Diddy, I'd let you. Just to let you know. All right, DC, thank you very much. Excellent work. Always a pleasure. Eric, you are up, my friend.
Okay. My first pick here is actually coming off their long-awaited 5th album, or should I say not really long-awaited, but the album is Corporate America. It's from Boston, and I went with the song Someone. It's a song written by Tom Scholz, who also produced as usual. The album actually features a few different vocalists, Frank Cosmo, who sang on the Walk On album, Anthony Cosmo, Kimberly Dam, and I chose this one because Brad is singing on it. And it's a great mid-tempo, classic-sounding Boston song with the organ kind of driving the melody along. I can hear this song easily on Third Stage or even Walk On. This is actually rearranged on their not very good last album, Life, Love, and Hope. I don't know why it was rearranged and put out again, but that's a very forgettable album. But Corporate America, it's okay. But I always like the song a lot. So that's my first pick. Second pick, if my sister-in-law is watching, she's going to really appreciate that I picked this band. Off their 8th record, Bounce, I went with Bon Jovi and the song The Distance. This song is written by Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, and songwriter extraordinaire Desmond Child. The song features a heavy drop D guitar that matches with the synthesizers, and it's a highlight on this album for me, which to me, this is the last quote-unquote very good Bon Jovi record. It's kind of heavy. It's their response to what the 9/11 attacks. I actually saw this on this tour, and the songs that they played off of it, I think they did like 3 songs out. The crowd really reacted really well to them. So if you guys haven't heard it, check this out. It's a good Bon Jovi record. So The Distance, that's my second pick.
Right.
And third one here, this band has already been mentioned, Disturbed, off their successful sophomore album, the metal band from Chicago, just kept up the pace here, and I went with Prayer, written by lead singer David Draymond. Again, his response to 9/11 and his grandfather passing away. It's like him talking to God, you know, where am I going? What are you doing here? What's your response to all that's happening in my life? This actually went to number 3 on the U.S. Main Street rock charts. Number 4 actually on the UK and metal charts. And I just saw these guys 3 years ago, and maybe it's me because I've seen a lot of, small arena venues. It didn't click until I saw this thing sold out, and I keep forgetting how big and popular this band is. And the crowd was way into it, and they put on a hell of a show, and they're still going strong today. So that's my third pick, Disturbed, Prayer.
All right. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Cretton is here. Cretton, welcome. Nice to see you. What's your first 3?
Okay, my number 5, the first of my 3 here. I'm going to a band I've mentioned before on Grant's Rock Warehouse, the band Threshold. And this gentleman, Richard West, wrote the song from their album Critical Mass, side 1, track 1, the song Phenomenon. It's a riff rocker. It's got great guitar playing from Carl Groom and Nick Midson. Catchy chorus. They're sort of like Dream Theater and Queensryche put together. They have the dual guitars of Queensryche, the heaviness of Dream Theater, but not as much widdly diddly stuff. Less musician-y stuff, just more heavy rock coming right at you. That is my number 5, Threshold, with the song Phenomenon.
Right.
Moving on to my number 4. It is one of my all-time idols, one of my all-time favorites. I don't know how many of you guys out there and gals know. I spent over a decade in a Ramones tribute band, and I played the part of Joey Ramone. I was the lead singer. So I'm going with this song, the first single from his posthumous album in 2002, his debut solo album, Don't Worry About Me. The song is a cover of Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. It's a great cover. It's upbeat. It's catchy. It sounds like a Ramones song to me. Could be on any Ramones album. You have Daniel Ray on all the guitars, and he played a lot of the lead guitars on a lot of the later Ramones albums. He was a ghost player. You got Andy Chernoff on bass, and on drums, Marky Ramone. So if you don't know this song, What a Wonderful World, check it out. It's a great, punky, upbeat, happy cover song, I should say. And my number 3 here, going to the world of prog. I've mentioned this band before, one of my favorites, Spock's Beard. And this is a song from their double concept CD, Snow. I'm going with it's a moody, it's a ballad, but it's upbeat and happy, very uplifting song called Wind at My Back. And to me, it's the centerpiece of this album because it's reprised at the end. It ends disc 1, and then it also comes back and ends CD number 2. Happy, buoyant, upbeat song. Spock's Beard, Wind at My Back is my number 3. And I've decided to cut out all my notes and go fast because we have such a large panel.
Oh boy. Okay. All good. Well, we're 56 minutes, and this show, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen this show before, every show goes an hour and a half. There's no way we cannot do an hour and a half. So we're right on schedule. So, all right, I'm going to go with my pick. Someone wanted to make sure I was going to do it, and damn it, I'll do it. For God's sakes. All right, my number 5. How am I going to do this? Well, I guess I'll go back. Actually, I'll put it on the other screen. All right, let's do that. I can look over here. All right, my number 5. And I can't believe no one picked anything off of this record. This record is fantastic, and I could have even went higher. I'm going to go with the Flaming Lips. Do you realize from Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots? This record is... Look at Webb again. Stealing my thunder. Anyway, orchestral pop, psych masterpiece, I'd say. Soaring strings, Wayne Cohn's vocals. Oh, fantastic on this track. It's emotional. It's cinematic. I love this whole record. I could have picked other tracks from this. To me, this is like the ultimate Flaming Lips album. But your mileage may vary. So that's my number 5. My number 4, this has been mentioned before. I'm going to go with Foo Fighters, All My Life from One by One. Explosive, heavy riffs, Dave Grohl screaming with intensity. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of reminds me of, I don't know, put it in that Cheap Trick Queen vein, I think. It's got a massive chorus. I think it's phenomenal. I think this is probably the last great Foo Fighters. I think that's what everybody else kind of came up with on the panel. And I have to agree. But those early Foo Fighters records, love them all. All right. My next pick. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure, but this might pop up again. I'm going to go with Not a Surf Inside of Love from Let Go. This is pure power pop perfection. Look at Ivonne. He's exploding. You've got jangly guitars. The chorus is fantastic. The lyrics are great. I I'd say this is like one of the standout power pop. If we could have a standout power pop album of the year, I'm going to have to give it to this one. If you like Big Star, you like the Cars, you like Jellyfish, holy macaroni. And I said holy macaroni. Get this record. Anyway, I guess I'm done. I was just going to keep going. I'm so excited. All right, cool. Let's go over to Ivonne. Give me your last two, and then Uncle Meat, and then we'll keep going around.
Yes, my number 2 pick is, of course, a song from Wilco, and the song called Jesus ETC, but it's a song from the Yankee Hotel Foxtrot album. And of course, Jeff Tweedy is the frontman. He has written this song, and the song was supposed, and the album also was supposed to be released on the 9/11 day, but it of course was delayed. And also they have some trouble with the label, so they changed the label from Reprise to this new label. And this song here is very beautiful, and of course we have the Jesus in the name. We have a lot of Jesus and God lyrics or in this show. But it was because they have trouble with the label. It was first released in 2001, but it was officially released in 2002. So this song here is a very, very nice song, and maybe the favorite song from Wilco from their discography. So that was my number 2 pick.
All right.
And of course, my number 1 pick is "Inside of Love" with Nada Surf, and it's a wonderful song.
There you go.
It's a wonderful song, and this album here is beautiful, and people should check this out. And of course, the song have been released in many movies or TV series. How I Met Your Mother and Hawaii 5, and a lot of TV series have used this song. And I think it's a perfect pop song. It's so good, and that is my number 1 pick from 2002.
I do want to add this, Ivonne, that Wilco album. Hard to believe that, they got dropped by the label or whatever. That is a fantastic record.
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm glad it got a mention. I mean, I could have mentioned it. There's, once I look at it, it's hard for me as we keep going. It's harder and harder for me to find stuff. But that would have been one. I could have mentioned that easy. But anyway, excellent, Ivonne. Quality work. All right, Uncle Meat.
So just wanted to say quickly, it's funny that the last two were Nada Surf. I don't know the band's music very well, but for many, many years, to all my buddies, like if they ask me a question and instead of saying no, I always say Nada Surf. It's
That's what the kids do too.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
It's great catch-all.
Yeah.
It's basically a meatism.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, my number 2. Well, kind of like DC at times. It's not a meat list without Mr. Steve Earle. Just the way it goes for me. His 10th studio album called Jerusalem. I'm taking the last track on the album, which is also called Jerusalem. Apparently, it was the first song that Steve Earle wrote after the 9/11 thing. It's a hopeful song that seems very apropos today. It's basically it's him wishing that the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims would be able to get along, which apparently is probably never going to happen. Certain lines like, "But I don't remember learning how to hate in Sunday school," or the line, "But I believe that there'll come a day when the lion and the lamb will lie down in peace together in Jerusalem." I absolutely love the album and love that song. I highly recommend that people hear that song and love it.
All right.
My number one is completely different than that. And when I did my 2001 list, it was almost my number one song until I realized, wrong year. It's 2002. So I already knew what my number one song was going to be for this year. It is kind of death metal, kind of not. Because the band Opeth has been back and forth and up and down. And in this year, they released the album Deliverance, which I'm taking the title track from. Months later, they put out an album called Damnation, which is almost no metal whatsoever. And one of the things I love about this particular track is it's back and forth on the Cookie Monster vocals and the sweet vocals. It's like sweet and sour, like Angels and Devils playing Parcheesi together. It's just amazing.
What? Wait a minute. There's another T-shirt idea.
That's painting an image right there.
What?
Isn't that a rejected Black Sabbath cover? Didn't they?
Something like that. Now,
you're a poet, Meat.
This is a 13-minute track. I love it so much. And from the 9:40 mark until the 13:40 mark, I like to call it the Layla of death metal.
Layla of death metal.
It is it's a trance.
A wordsmith.
Who says Meat is not bringing it tonight?
Oh my God!
Refute that.
The Layla of death metal. That's a strong statement.
That's the way I look at it. And I absolutely love this track. If you are a fan of this style of music, you really need to hear the song Deliverance. It's 4 minutes of the same thing of like
That's kind of putting me to.
That might get me on the dance floor.
Meat, that's hitting me right in the back of the neck. My God, you are just smooth.
It's one of those things. So, like Layla does.
So yeah, Opeth, A Deliverance. Check it out sometime if you're in that kind of mood.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Meat. All right, let's give it over to. Let's bring it up for old BM Bolt, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
That's the response. I was
somewhat ready that time. Yeah. Well, I got two left here. So,
Stephanie, are you on the chat anywhere? Can you go over and poke Byron just a bit?
She just got home from a walk. She just came in the door.
All right. Well, we need to get her on here.
Like DC likes to go with Todd Rundgren a lot. I seem to be going with Richie Kotzen a lot lately.
Oh, boom!
I love him too.
And he had an album in 2002 called Slow.
Find it.
And this album's a little bit of everything, man. It's blues, jazz, shred, rock, R&B, pop, funk. I'm going to go with the song I Don't Want to Lie. It's kind of a mid-tempo, catchy R&B type track, which, you're not shocked to hear that, I'm sure. But it's very accessible, very radio-friendly. But it didn't get any airplay, of course. But there's another track on there very similar called Come Back, Swear to God, which I really like a lot, too. They're both in the same vein. This and the album after this are very similar, very radio-friendly type albums. But they really didn't do anything. So that's my fourth pick there.
How many on the panel think Richie looks like he should be in a boy band here?
Yeah.
He's a good-looking cat. I'm sure he did well on the road before he was married.
What do you mean? What do you mean he did? What do you think he? What do you mean he did well?
Between the lines, I don't got to spell it out. Here's the constant.
Those few years with Poison really just put him over the edge.
Yeah. Oh, those stories with Poison. Holy cats. Kotzen may be my current favorite vocalist and guitarist.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Despite him not appearing on my list.
A little airbrushing going on there on that.
I don't know, but he's an attractive man.
Right. Just saying.
All right.
Yeah, one more.
Go one more. Go ahead.
Okay, so my last pick tonight's going to be Porcupine Treaty track.
Yes.
Davey gets excited when he hears that. I'm going to go with the first track off of In Absentia called Blackest Eyes. From what I remember, this is like the album when they went heavy, right?
Yes, definitely.
I believe he said he was listening to a lot of Opeth at this point.
He had produced the albums, some albums.
Yes.
So they went heavy on this album, and
great album.
But this track, it's very melodic, but it's heavy at times and delicate at times. It kind of goes back and forth. So that's a real standout track off that album, in my opinion. So that would be my fifth pick for the night.
Indeed.
Fantastic. All right, Webb, you are up.
Well, I completely spaced on Porcupine Tree, and I would have picked Blackest Eyes too. And that's a great album, and that's the first thing I got by those guys. And they kick ass, and Gavin Harrison is unbelievable drummer and all that stuff. So that was awesome. I'm glad that Byron mentioned them. Okay, so last two. I'm not going to say much about it because DC already said it. So it's Queens of Stone Age. And it's the same song. No one knows. But since he picked that, I'm going to say Go With The Flow. I'm not changing, but Go With The Flow is a great song on here. There's 4 or 5 great songs on this I could have picked. Dave Grohl just gave him a punch. R-rated, the one before this, is really good too. But when Grohl's playing with him, it just gives him that extra meat or something. And no one knows is so catchy. And like you said, it kind of goes up and down. It kind of has the quiet verse and and then it explodes, and then that middle section. Oh my God, it's just a great song. So
the bass line.
Oh yeah. Oh, everything about that song. It's like a perfect kind of heavy radio song that I think people that wouldn't even think they like that kind of stuff, they hear that song, they're gonna like it. It sticks in your head, man.
As I said, a metal chugel.
I like that. That was good. A metal chugel. Yeah.
Another T-shirt.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Well said. Well said, DC. And Jay mentioned this. The chat has mentioned this band for my number one. I think it's the coolest band out there. Maybe not now, but at this time I did, and definitely for about 10 years after. Saw them on this tour right after. Real soon after the Great White Incident. I was at the Echo Lounge with about 350 people, and you could not move. And looking for the exit. And it was just it was like about 3 weeks after the Great White thing. And it's Spoon. And you just feel cool when you listen to this band. The people in the chat that love them. If you want to just feel like you're cool, you just listen to Spoon. And this, The Way We Get By has a rolling piano. It's kind of bouncy, sings over the top of it. It's basically this piano and drums and bass. And Britt Daniel is just a cool lead singer. He writes some crazy cool songs and real sardonic, kind of aloof lyrics. It's just fun to sing. It sticks in your head. If you listen to the song, it'll be in your head for a week if you don't know it. Even Byron would even like this.
Webb, how would you rate this as tunage for while you're mowing the lawn? How would you?
I don't.
Or getting ready to make out on the couch.
I don't. Yeah, this is maybe kind of just sitting on the back porch looking at the sunset, or just walking through like a gritty neighborhood and going to a cool bar. Okay. I'm just. This Spoon is just so good. I've seen him live like 8 times and hung out with him a little bit. Not really. I kind of talked to the drummer and he kind of blew me off.
I hung out with him. Well, not really.
It was in Athens.
I sent one of them an email.
We knew they were going to the Manhattan, which is the place where all the bands go in Athens afterwards. And when I was at school there, I never went there. It was too cool of a place. I wasn't cool enough to go in there. And we knew they were going there after, and we sat in there and we're kind of near him. And I went up to Jim Eno, who's a fantastic drummer. And he's about 5'4", and I just felt awkward standing there. And I said something to him, and I think he just kind of turned around.
This jerk.
What
would you say? What does Spoon? Give me 3 bands that kind of similar to Spoon?
I don't know any band similar.
They're that unique.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to describe them. I don't know if anybody on the panel listens to them. West Coast Dave does. Give Me Fiction X, he's talking about him. I heard Kelly talking about him. Jay called this
I would
song
like them. All right.
And I don't know. They're different every album too. So they've been around a long time. This was their third album, and they've released like eight or nine.
All right, I'll check it out. Okay, it's pop music with a rock edge.
Yeah, but it's gritty too. It's got an indie vibe to it, and it's got they kind of rock out. Sometimes they have some funky stuff. Just really cool lyrics to listen to. It's just a cool band. Yeah.
All right.
Similar to maybe Pavement.
I don't know about that, Cretton.
More melodic.
Exie says yes, Grant would like very power pop adjacent.
Yeah, very power popish.
Oh well, then damn, I'm in.
I mean, but they're a mix of everything. I just don't know what
All right.
Never been on a big label either. So I mean, they've never sold a lot of records at all.
Spoon, is it Shins like?
Shins is a little more poppy.
Are they on the same
not as weird as Ween?
Kelly says it's sexy pop rock in a heterosexual way.
Yes, it has the sex. It has the sexiness, cool sexiness vibe to a lot of the songs too. Britt Daniel is very unique. He starts a lot of
sexy.
He starts a lot of shows by you can't even see him. He's bent down in front of his amp, and you don't even see him, and he's like fiddling with everything. And then all of a sudden, he just kind of stands up and gets in front of the mic and just starts delivering it. And the band is so tight. One of the best drummers. Ashley's chiming in. We know the keyboard player a little bit, Gerardo, and it's just great.
Fantastic, Ashley. Where have you been? Come on, we need you to liven this show up.
Yeah.
If she likes Spoon, I will go and check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yvonne loves Yvonne, ladies and gentlemen, talking down below. He's here on the panel. He likes the Shins too. All right, cool. That was your final pick? All right. Thank you, Webb. That spurred off an interesting discussion. Let's throw it over to the Elder of Rock to get his final two.
All right. So my next one is going to be a band called Hammerfall with a song called Hearts on Fire. Hammerfall was in the 90s and the late 90s and stuff. A lot of the American metal bands weren't doing like metal anymore. They're kind of trying to do other things. So you had to kind of go to Europe and bands like that to kind of get more traditional metal. And Hammerfall was one of those bands I discovered in the late 90s that were doing more of the traditional metal, like Iron Maidenish, Judas Priest, them, and Gamma Ray, and Primal Fear, and Halloween. They were still kind of doing the metal that I liked rather than some of the stuff that was coming out of the States at the time. So, but this song, Hearts on Fire, is a really cool anthem, very positive. And I got to see them do this live. And of course, when they do the chorus, Hearts on Fire, flames shoot up, and it's a good sing along and for the crowd and stuff. So, yeah, so that's my number two. And my number one is going to be Man of War. Again, the band that was still doing metal kind of the way I liked it. Hand of Doom, not a Black Sabbath cover, but it's their own song, and it's really cool lyrics. As it's a time, around 9/11, you sometimes after 9/11, you felt like kind of anger and stuff towards what has happened and the people that did it. And so Man of War, this is a good song that took out anger. Like, I want to hunt you down, tear you limb from limb. You'll be as though you never lived. Excuse me. And so this is just really a good aggressive song, Man of War. If you know them, the metal they do. So that's my number one.
All right, perfect. Great album cover too. That guy definitely is muscle bound. Yeah, might be hard finding a shirt.
I don't know. That might be Cretton with the shirt off.
You think that's Cretton?
I don't think that guy needs a shirt.
He's got hair like Cretton.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. All right, Alex, Exploitation, ladies and gentlemen. He is up, and your final two picks, Alex.
Okay, so this has already been mentioned, but it deserves being mentioned again, and that is Hurt, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Off of American 4. So this was his 67th album, the last release while he was alive. continued this great work with Rick Rubin, who not only the originals, but the cover tunes that were picked were fantastic, and none more so than this. And in one of my earliest, in fact, might have been my first appearance on the Contrarians, I mentioned this as being one of the greatest cover song of all time. And some people disagreed. There were trolls that had very witty comebacks like, you're dumb. So thank you for that intelligent statement. This song is, as Johnny Metal mentioned, when Trent Reznor says the song isn't mine anymore, remove myself from saying it's the greatest cover tune. He just told you it's the greatest cover tune. And it was a, deeply personal song to him off a Downward Spiral, and took on a whole new meaning with Johnny Cash doing this. And Johnny Cash at the end of his life, and you can hear it and you can feel it in his vocals. To me, one of the most powerful songs I have ever heard. I do not get tired of hearing it. And I take pause when it comes on, because it's a song to reflect on how valuable time really is.
It's controversial over there. Anyway, go ahead.
It's controversial.
Well, got to watch out for those contrarian comments. Watch out.
Yeah. Also, this album has been mentioned, but not this song. So, Audio Slave. But the song I'm going to go with is Like a Stone. And so, as much as I like everything else on this album, it was, when this topic came up, it was an easy pick for me, because this is one of my favorite songs of all time by one of my favorite singers of all time. Again, Van worked with Rick Rubin on this. This is Chris singing about the afterlife you would hope for. You can feel every word. You can, to me, hear some of his demons. I got to see him live, and I will say, if you watch this video, he's probably lip syncing, but he's sitting in a chair with his legs crossed and just kind of like it's, no problem. Well, I saw him do that live, sitting in a chair with his legs crossed, and it was no problem. I mean, what an amazing singer. What a powerful, powerful song. An easy pick for a number one.
All right. Excellent choice. All right. We are moving right along. DC Tune time.
All right. Well, we've got Pop Optic has jumped off, but he and Louder have been on the comments coming up with some really great power pop picks. So I got one for you guys. I'm going to go with the Wonderments with Something I Knew from the album Mind If We Make Love to You. This is a throwback track, and it evokes the pensive side of the Beach Boys with Burt Bacharach. And no one was doing this type of pop music in 2002. And I suppose most people don't care, but old DC did. I love this band, and I'm so thankful I have the music that they created in my life. Although this album is my least favorite of the four. And my last pick, I am going to join Alex and Johnny Metal with my pick. It's Johnny Cash once again with Hurt. He made this song his own. This is an artistic statement for the ages. This is an all-timer, folks. Now, this isn't something that I put on when I'm going out to mow the lawn, or the wife and I going out for dinner on a Saturday night or whatever, but it's spellbinding. And if you watch it with the video, it still gives me chills. So Johnny Cash with One for the Ages with Hurt. There's nothing more that I can elaborate on with this. I agree with Alex and what Johnny Metal said. And One for the Ages, folks. It'll really pay attention, and you will really, you'll feel it. It's tangible.
All right. Super duper. All right. Eric, you're up.
All right. My last two picks. First one here. This is off their second album, Happenstance. I'm going with Fozzy and the song To Kill a Stranger. This is one of three original songs by them, because they were kind of still doing their Spinal Tap thing. They would move away from that on the next album, but a fan favorite song. It's Fozzy doing their brand of metal, great groove, good harmony vocals on the chorus. And, say what you want about Chris Jericho, He'll never be mistaken for like a Sammy Hagar vocally, but I've seen these guys a few times. I mean, he's a hell of a front man. I mean, right there with the Mick Jaggers, Paul Stanleys, and David Lee Roths of the world. So great bands. Fozzy's really good. So that's my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, I've mentioned these guys before in the prior years, and here they are with their sixth album titled The Odyssey. I'm going with the song The Odyssey by Symphony X. Overall, this is just a fantastic record by these prog metal giants. But this 24-minute, 9-second song is what you would call audio theater. From the opening, it's like the instrumental is like an opening credits to a movie, and it literally takes you. It's so well crafted. It takes you on a journey through the book of the Odyssey. It has it all: musicianship, the arrangement, Russell Allen's vocals, the last part, the Champion of Ithaca, is so catchy and memorable. To me, this is as good as it gets for one of these type of pieces in this type of genre of music. A great band. Love Symphony X. So there's my last two picks.
All right. Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Davey Cretton.
Hello again, everyone. This is an artist that has been mentioned before on this series by Mr. Uncle Meat. And I've mentioned this artist as well. As Sammy Davis Jr. would say, she's a redheaded chanteuse, and I love her, and I mean that, cat. Chickum, oh yeah. Talking about Miss Tori Amos.
Wow.
From her album Scarlet's Walk.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest song on my list. It's over 7 minutes. It's the centerpiece of the album. Everyone thinks it's about 9/11, but it's not. It's a song called I Can't See New York. And as a New Yorker, I was here for 9/11, unfortunately. Very heavy period in a lot of New Yorkers.
Yeah.
And there it is, a lot of Americans' lives. This song is not about 9/11. This is a concept record, a song cycle record. And this standing character for Tori is Scarlet. And it's about her travels across the country. And in this song, she's on a plane. She's seeing another plane go down. And she's seeing through another woman's eyes all the pain and fear she's going through as the other woman's plane crashes. That's why it's called I Can't See New York. It's a heavy song. She's playing a Wurlitzer electric piano on this, besides her regular piano. So it has those echoes sort of John Paul Jones playing with Zeppelin on the Houses of the Holy record. So great keyboards. You got great bass from John Evans, Matt Chamberlain on drums, and Mac Aladdin on guitar. Great song. It rocks. It's heavy. Excellent song. I Can't See New York from Tori Amos. And B.M. Bolt, Byron, You Stole My Thunder. My number one choice from the same album by Porcupine Tree, In Absentia. I'm going with Blackest Eyes.
You should have checked with me.
It's 4.5 minutes long. Stephen Wilson came back after producing some Opeth albums, and he brought these heavy guitars. But then on the verses, there were also acoustic guitars. So you get this great dichotomy on this song between the heaviness and the lightness. It's very melodic. You could sing along, great vocals. My favorite song of 2002, Blackest Eyes by Porcupine Tree from the In Absentia record.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to keep going with that record, Cretton, because I'm going to go with the track Trains off this record. You would have lush, layered prog, rock type of ballad. A lot of emotion on this track. It's got that Pink Floyd 70s kind of prog depth. This, I will have to say, out of the Porcupine Tree catalog, this is a no-skip record.
Exactly.
I think that the whole record, this possibly might be the best Porcupine Tree album there is. But, it's melodic. The dynamics are great. It's emotional, cinematic. And you can replay this record over and over again. So there you go. I'm going with Trains. My number one, kids, this has been mentioned before. This was pretty easy, though, for me, because this really is a fantastic track. Queens of the Stone Age, no one knows. Everybody's talked about it already. That groove, Josh Homme's delivery on it. It's raw. I mean, it's heavy. It's raw. What?
It's a metal juggle.
It's like Iron Maiden marrying Cheap Trick. It's like Iron Maiden mounting Cheap Trick in an alley.
Damn.
Mount?
Is that a t-shirt?
Yes. But actually, in this record too, there's no filler on this record.
Yeah.
Fantastic record. Great production. Come on.
It's pretty solid.
Let me see if anybody's giving me hell for my picks. I don't know. Exemy said, "Oh my God, maybe I said something a little bit too much." Ken says, "If you're going with I've got Porcupine Tree. I don't hate People think that I hate Porcupine Tree. I don't.
He hates Porky Pig.
That's
what
it.
He doesn't like.
That's what I don't like.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Porcupine's beard. Wow. What? Wait, what?
Spock's. What was that? Spock's tree.
All right, we're at an hour and a half. See, I told you it would take an hour and a half. Anybody have any honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Why don't let's go, Ivonne? You've got some.
Yeah, I got some.
I've got some. You can.
Let's do Ivonne first and we'll go around again because Yvonne's. It's 2:30 in the morning or something.
It's 3:30. 3:30.
3:30. Go ahead, Ivonne.
And I put some of my songs honorable mention in the chat, so you can have it on the screen also. So
okay.
Ellen DeLon is a song from a Norwegian group called the Margarets, and that was a very good song from this year. And I also put this Elvis song because I'm a big Elvis fan, and JXL mixing the song A Little Less Conversation, and that was a hit in 2002. And I also like Amy Main song Humpty Dumpty, and of course it was a lot and of course David Bowie from this album that he released that year 2002. So a lot of good songs I think in 2002. So I have a long list with 37 songs. So I also saw the show that you have, Cretton, from you have your own 2002 show. And one person mentioned Patti Smith's version of When Doves Cry from Prince, and I didn't know about that, and that was a good pick. And I played that song a lot after that show, and it's a very good cover of that song. So that's what's the songs from me.
All right, fantastic. All right, Meat, what you got? Anything?
I had a bunch of them, but a lot of them have been taken. Funny enough, I had recently heard Ronald Reagan's daughter, Patti Smith, When Doves Cry. That was on my list. Of course, Tori was on my list with a song called Pancake. I really like that album. And the Chicks, who will always be Dixie to me, the song Traveling Soldier, which I really, really loved that song. There you go.
All right, perfect. All right. Byron, Webb, anybody? Who else has anything?
Yeah, I got a few.
Go ahead, Byron.
Shocking.
Can't imagine he found some picks.
Attaboy, Byron, attaboy.
Attaboy, going the extra mile.
Next year, I won't have anything, probably.
Probably not.
I just saw him concert a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to go Paul Gilbert, I Am Satan. That will fit in well with Johnny Metal songs.
This has been crazy with all these.
Yeah, it's all the yin and yang of spirituality.
It's crazy.
I kind of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers Zephyr song. It's a good song. Planet X Moon Babies. Now, Sammy Hagar had an album out this year called Not For Sale. Hell, I like the first 4 songs on that. Stand Up, Hallelujah, Halfway to Memphis, Things Have Changed. Solid album.
Yep.
Tom Petty, The Last DJ. I like that, especially the first side of that album. And Peter Gabriel, Sky Blue. Nobody's mentioned him tonight.
No.
Cool.
Wow, Byron. All right. Excellent.
Album,
good night, Kathy. We will see you. Enjoy your muscle relaxer. Listen, look at her.
Hey.
Things are happening in Kathy's house. Or not happening. She's going to bed. All right. Webb, go ahead.
I like a few songs off this Weezer album. Maladroit. Nobody mentioned it is 2002, I think. Yeah. Maladroit. Yeah. And the kickoff song American Gigolo is cool. It's got the same drum beat as a little heavier than when Making Plans for Nigel by XTC. and it's a cool song. And I don't go back to this much, but it's worth checking out. Flaming Lips, of course, you mentioned, but I love Yoshimi Battles, the Pink Robots.
Of course.
On here. And then, of course, Yankee Fried Hotel. But what about this? This band's never been mentioned. Yeah, maybe they have. Gorillas. This is the B-sides, and I just think, or G-sides, sorry.
Put it more in front of your head real quick. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen that.
This is just like remixes and stuff, but that song 19-2000 is just a fun song. It just makes you want to get up and shake your booty, DC. And it's
all about that.
And the new album from them this year is fantastic.
Yeah. Cool.
It's very, very good. The new album from Gorillaz. You must check that out.
All right. That's it.
All right. Up. There we go. I fixed the layout. All right. Uncle Meat. The Elder. You got anything?
I know everything's been other things
All
I
right.
thought of, and so I'm good.
All right. Alex?
I'm going to forgo any honorables because, as it was already mentioned, Davey Cretton does an expanded version for 2002, so you can see all of that over there. I do 12 songs, but I will take my time for a shameless plug. Coming
Go
up
ahead.
Wednesday on the Warehouse, I will be back for Little Known Bands.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to know, and I'm going to force you to listen to her, whatever the name of the show is. So Wednesday.
Little known bands that you should know.
That we will force you to listen to 2 songs each.
Alex
That's
will
the whole
kill it.
idea.
Alex will kill it.
Elder, keep it clean shaven, buddy.
And I got my.
What the? Why is everybody shaving on this show? It was weird.
How did he know?
I don't know.
I believe June 3rd. I'm doing the same. June 3rd, Grant. I think you said.
That show's pretty far booked out. I don't have the book I do have the book in front of me.
I had it down as June 3rd, which I'm going to be doing basically a Canadian edition.
Can we do that here in the? I don't know if we can do
It's
that.
Sloan a few weeks ago, Uncle Mead. I hope I didn't jump you with Sloan.
Oh, I did notice that, and I saw that Sloan are a polarizing band for me. I like it not, but the stuff I like, I really do like.
Yeah.
Yes, I have you down on June 3rd. So pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce this right now. You're going to freak out, but D Rocker is coming on. Cool. I know. He's not coming on camera.
New blood.
But he's going to appear off camera and do his picks.
Interesting.
D Rocker, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be quite a day.
Yes.
So anyway, that's how far I got this damn show booked. I probably even have dates in July. But all right, cool.
Very popular program, folks.
DC, got anything?
I will, like last year, I will post it in the comments, but I do want to recognize our first tier, Ivonne, 3:30 in the morning, folks.
Look at him. Come on.
And Uncle Meat, under the weather, but bringing it and also bringing, I believe, 17 T-shirt ideas tonight. Come on.
Yes. Thank you. All right, Eric, you got anything?
Yeah, Johnny Metal, my Christian metal buddy. I agree with him with Pillar with Fireproof. Richie Kotzen, that was a good pick. I went with Rely on Me off that album. I was just getting into Richie. That's why I didn't pick him around that time. But boy, Richie's just, I love that guy. Dio, I think Elder mentioned him, but I went with the song Along Comes a Spider off that album. And surprised no one picked this. I almost did. Dream Theater, The Glass Prison off of trees.
Grant picked him.
That close.
God.
That's a swear word to Grant.
Grant, I'm surprised it didn't make your top 5.
And again, a hats off to Byron because I shit the bed with no Kotzen pick. I'm always saying how much I love the guy. I didn't, not even in my top 5 for. So thanks to Byron for bailing me out.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Creighton, you got anything?
Yes, I will skip all the ones that everyone mentioned already.
All right.
I'm going to start out with the Pure Pop Perfection.
Oh.
Two great female artists together in one catchy song. Cheryl Crow and Liz Fair. Soak Up the Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Really catchy, great song.
Yeah. How about that Twix bar? You win either side, left or right.
Exactly. Moving on to Grant's favorite band, Dream Theater. But I'm going with the song Misunderstood from 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. For the first time ever, I'm going to hit the world of hip hop. If you like the Beastie Boys, there is an all-female trio from Long Island, New York over here called Northern State, named after the Northern State Parkway. And they have a record in 2002 called Dying in Stereo. I'm going with the track Trinity. If you like the Beastie Boys, check out Northern State. They are on all the streaming services. Let's see, that was picked. Baby Tori, Vanessa Carlton.
Oh.
The song everyone's heard 1,000 times, 1,000 miles. I still think it's great, catchy pop. From Canada, Uncle Meats Land. Our Lady Peace with Somewhere Out There. Very catchy pop song. Phantom Planet, speaking of catchy pop, the song California, which was the theme song to the OC TV show, and Jason Schwartzman, the actor, on drums on that track. Another hip-hop song, Eminem, Cleaning Out My Closet, I think is a great song, catchy chorus, and I will end with the pure power pop of OK Go.
Oh.
Not the song that everyone knows the video for, but I'm going for Get Over It, which has some heavy guitars, yet it's still catchy, and it has a great synth line on it too. Those are my honorables.
All right, everybody. I do appreciate we went a little over, but that's all right. Sometimes we do that. This is the only show that I allow to go over. Anyway, look at this. I want to thank everybody. Cretton, Eric, DC, BM, Meat. I was gonna call you Eric, but I already did Eric. But your name is Eric. Oh, forget it. Whatever. Webb, the Elder, Alex, Ivonne, and of course Mr. Metal and Paul Simon. We will see everybody back. I don't know. Well, this was fantastic. I appreciate everybody coming on, and I appreciate every one of you guys, and I appreciate everybody in the chat tonight. It was fun. We're just trying to keep it real here in the warehouse and just trying to turn you on to some things. So hopefully we've turned you on to something. So, all right, everybody, we'll see you. Panel, keep it clean, boys. We will see you next time. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.